Hey, what's good, y'all? So we got some breaking news coming from Six Flags Entertainment. They did a press release earlier today announcing that Six Flags America will be permanently closing. If you look at their press release on their site, Six Flags announces plan to close Six Flags America and Hurricane Harbor after 2025 season. Crazy enough, about a month ago, I did a tier list video determining which parks in the Six Flags chain is going to stay and which park we're going to go. For Six Flags America, I put low chance of staying. And who knew that I was going to be accurate with that? So that's one park that is going to be going away, unfortunately. And this blew me away because, of course, I'm at work when the news happened. And when I was told that they was closing it and I got the link to it, I was like, wow. We knew that they was going to close the park, but we didn't know it was going to happen like that or that quickly. This is crazy. So let's look at what they have to say with this press release. The CEO, Richard A. Zimmerman, says this: as part of our comprehensive review of our park portfolio, we have determined that Six Flags America and Hurricane Harbor are not a strategic fit with the company's long-term growth plan. After reviewing a number of options, we believe that marketing the property for redevelopment will generate the highest value and return on investment. We anticipate strong interest in the property and will continue to strategically pursue portfolio optimization opportunities as we work to unlock the full value of our portfolio. That is crazy. They believe it's not a good fit, so bye bye, baby. So he says some more stuff, and I quote: this was a difficult decision, and we recognize the impact it will have on our Six Flags America and Hurricane Harbor Park associates and guests. We are grateful to our park associates who work hard to create lifelong memories for our guests, and Six Flags is committed to supporting all impacted associates through the closure process at the end of the year. Six Flags America and Hurricane Harbor have been an important part of the local community, and this final season will be an opportunity to celebrate the decades of fun that guests have enjoyed at the property. So you hear this, they're saying that they're permanently closing the ride. They're not saying they're selling the ride off or they're, closing it for someone else to buy it. No, it is being permanently closed by Six Flags Entertainment, which is very, very sad. Now, you know me, I get sad anytime you hear a roller coaster close. So just imagine a full theme park closing. That just hurt, man. Even if it is Six Flags America, it really doesn't matter. A couple of years ago in Fort Lauderdale, they closed Uncle Bernie's amusement park. That park had nothing but a wacky worm and a Zamperla Dragon powered coaster. But it was my home park, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that they closed, it made me sad. It doesn't matter how big or small a park is. It's a sad day when you hear a theme park or the amusement park close. Fortunately, I will be visiting this park later this year. As I did originally plan to do like a Virginia and DC trip. I don't know about anybody else, but this park has now turned into a must visit park. If I don't visit Six Flags America this year, then I will have no other opportunity to visit. So it's like this is a must visit park now. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a must visit park for other coaster enthusiasts after hearing the news. And I really feel for those whose home park is Six Flags America. It's like, dang, you really don't have a park in Maryland, or at least a major theme park in Maryland anymore. They have one more season, and I really hope they really just end the season with a bang. Now, I feel like once the GP or the general public gets the news, I feel like the attendance for 2025 is going to skyrocket. And I hope they get all of the attention and the love that they deserve. So Six Flags America currently has 9 roller coasters. So we're going to go list by list and see what could possibly happen with the roller coaster. All right, so the first coaster on this list is Batwing. This is the final Vekoma Flying Dutchman that is operating. I have no idea what they're going to do with this ride. I have a bad feeling that once the ride closes, that's it. No more Vekoma Flying Dutchman. This is the last of its kind. And my opinion with this particular model is pretty mixed, because when I rode Firehawk over at Kings Island, I thought that was an excellent ride. But at the same time, I rode Nighthawk later that year. I thought that ride was just horrible. I did not like Nighthawk at all. This year is my final chance to ride the last Vekoma Flying Dutchman. So yeah, I don't think they're going to transfer this ride anywhere. They're going to definitely going to dismantle it. All right, the next roller coaster is Firebird. Oh, poor Firebird. This ride is definitely going, because this used to be Iron Wolf. For those who don't know, Iron Wolf was B&M's very first roller coaster. It was a stand-up coaster, and they have since converted into a floorless. I heard a lot of bad things about this ride, and it's kind of sad that this may be the third ever B&M roller coaster that gets dismantled. And the funny thing is, if you look at RCDB, they even have a notice that all these rides will close on November 2nd, 2025, which is crazy. The fact that RCDB is on top of it. All right, the next ride we have is the Great Chase. This is a kiddie coaster. I think this is a Zamperla family coaster. Not sure. I mean, it could be salvageable. Not sure what they're going to do with that. I'm pretty sure there's a park out there somewhere that could use this kiddie ride, or maybe not. Let me see. This ride was opened in 1999. I don't think so. This is probably the end of the road right here. So no more Great Chase. All right, for the Joker's Jinx, this is another ride that opened in 1999. This is a Premier Rides launch coaster, or spaghetti bowl, or whatever you want to call it. I have a bad feeling that they're going to get rid of all the rides, because this ride has opened in 1999. I have no reason for them to move it somewhere else, especially as old as it is. It could be nearing the end of its service life. I'm not sure, because I know most coasters that was built in the 90s, you know, they're getting closer and closer to ending, you know, to the end of their service life. So yeah, I don't think this is going anywhere. It's going to close with the park. Next ride is Professor Scaramore Skywinder. This used to be the Mine Eraser. Bye-bye. That is going away. That is definitely going away. I do not see them moving in freaking SLC. But here's the thing though. They just did a revamp of the trains like last year. So it's like, that sucks. That's like a waste of money right there. But I really do not see them transferring this ride anywhere. And this is a 1995 ride. This ride opened in 1995. So I think any rides that opened in the 90s, peace out. I don't think it's going anywhere. All right, the next ride is Raging Cajun. Now this is their most recent ride. It opened in 2014. There's a good chance that they could move this ride to a different park. According to RCDB, the make of this ride is Reverchon. I've never heard of that manufacturer, but this ride was open in 2014. So this ride has some life left in it. So I have a hunch that they may relocate Raging Cajun. Maybe, who knows? All right, the next ride is Roar. Oh, poor baby. This ride opened in 1998. This is a GCI coaster. I've heard a lot of not so great things about this ride. This could have been a potential RMC coaster, but unfortunately, we will never see that potential. And I am for sure that they are not going to keep this ride or move it anywhere. That this ride is closing with the park for sure. All right, the next ride, Superman Rider Steel. Oh, this one is gonna hurt, man. This one is gonna hurt. They're gonna get rid of a whole hyper coaster, man. Are you kidding me? This ride opened in 2000. Man, and this is a mirror clone of the one at Darien Lake. Oh man, this one's gonna hurt. This one's gonna hurt to see them get rid of, because it's an intimate hyper coaster, man. You don't see those models often. And I heard this was not a bad ride. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that one's gonna hurt. Man, I really feel for that one. I really feel for Superman, but gotta go. So the last coaster is Wild One. This is a Philadelphia toboggan coaster, or we call them just PTCs. This was operating since 1986. And just like the Roar, I feel like this one is going to close with the park. I feel like the only ride they're probably going to keep is Raging Cajun. Looking at the coasters and looking at when they open, it really shows that the old Six Flags was not even paying attention to this park. The last new ride they got was in 2014. It was a spinning family coaster. So that really shows you how much they really cared about this park, which is kind of sad. So yeah, I'm going to make sure I, get my visit this year and get all those credits, because they're not going to be here at the end of 2025, unfortunately. Now, the question is, which park is next on the chopping block? Considering I was right with this one, now I'm going to go back to my old video and see what other park could be next. Well, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about this unfortunate closure. Let me know all that good stuff in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.